Welcome everyone. My name is Matt, and in this brief video, I'm going to show you how to install R and RStudio on a Windows machine. As you likely know, R is a programming language that is commonly used for statistical computing and graphics, and it's available for free. This video is going to show you how to download and install that software. Once we have taken care of that, we're then going to move on to downloading and installing RStudio. RStudio is an integrated development environment, also called an IDE, that facilitates the use of R. It is important that we install R before we download and install RStudio. So going through these 4 steps, we'll do them in this order. We're going to start with step 1, downloading R. We need to go to cran.r-project.org. So I'm operating here in Google Chrome. So let me open a new tab here, and we want to go to cran.r-project.org. This will take us to the Comprehensive R Archive Network, CRAN, if you will, and that provides us with a variety of download options for R. Since this video is intended for those people using a Windows machine, I'm going to click Download R for Windows. This will take me to a new page that says R for Windows at the top, and you'll notice this first line, it says binaries for base distribution, but more importantly, this next sentence, this is what you want to install R for the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and click on base here. This will take me to yet another window where at the top it says R-4.0.3 for Windows. 4.0.3 is the version number for R. And if you're watching this video, that number may change in the future as new updates come out or new versions of the software become available. The number will no longer be 4.0.3. That just happens to be the newest version available at the time of this video. So our next step here, we want to click on Download R for 4.0.3 for Windows. You will notice that this is an 85 megabyte file, so depending on the speed of your internet, it may take a little bit of time for this to download. In Chrome, the name of the file will pop up at the bottom of my browser window, and this will show me the progress of that download. Since this takes a little bit of time, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording until that downloading has finished. When the download has finished, you'll notice that it says r-4.0.3-win.exe. This is an executable file, and this is what's going to install the software. So at this point, we have taken care of step 1, downloading R from this website. We now move on to the installation. So let me go back to where this file is located. By the way, if you can't find this, it's likely in your downloads folder. All you would have to do is go to your Explorer, click on downloads, and you'll see this file. Nonetheless, I can just open it from Chrome. So let me open this file. This will start the installation process. I don't think that you'll be able to see this on the recording for security reasons, but Windows has sent me an alert. It says user account control, and then it asks, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? And then it says R for Windows. I'm going to select yes, I do. And this will begin the installation process. I'm asked to choose the language that I want. I'll read through this agreement for the software, click on next. And throughout this, we're going to be asked to make a variety of decisions about where we want to install these files and do we want shortcuts, those types of things. I'm really just going to go with the defaults here. So I'm going to select next. In terms of what we want to install, again, I'm just going to let the defaults go as they are set up and choose next. Here, I encourage you, if you're a novice to R, just accept the defaults, click next. Again, selecting the default and clicking next, and then finally clicking next one more time. This will now begin extracting the files that we need to install the software. This does take a little bit of time, but the progress is pretty good. I am going to pause the video until this has finished. At the completion of the installation, you'll see this note just saying that we have finished the setup. Go ahead and select Finish. All right, at this time, we've completed steps 1 and 2, downloading and installing R. R, again, is the programming language that we are going to be using here. And now what we want to do is download and install RStudio. RStudio is just an interface for this that makes things a little bit easier to use. We want to go to this website, so we're going to go to rstudio.com products/rstudio/download. So let me open a new tab here, and we'll go to rstudio.com/products/RStudio. My typing is terrible, /download. And similar to what we had seen previously, we're going to have on this page a decision to make about what version we want to download. So you'll notice that there are a variety of options here. We just want RStudio Desktop, which we see is free. So go ahead and click on Download. We are told at the top here that we're looking at RStudio Desktop 1.4.1103. Again, that number represents the version. What we are told in these 2 steps below is that first we have to install R, and it tells us that RStudio requires R 3.0.1 or higher. You'll recall that we installed R 4.0.3. So since our version's new enough, we're in good shape. It is important that R is installed before trying to install RStudio, excuse me. We've already taken care of that, so we're good to move on to step 2, which asks us to download RStudio. If you scroll down on this page, you'll see that there's a lot of different options for downloading various versions of this. My computer has detected that I'm running Windows, so it suggested downloading RStudio for Windows. I'm going to go ahead and click that. You'll notice that this file is a bit larger than the previous file that we downloaded for regular R. It's about 156 megabytes, so it's going to take a little bit of time for this download to complete. While my computer is doing this, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording. When the download has finished, again, I can see this in the bottom of my Chrome window where here's the name of the file. If you don't see this or you're unsure where the file went, it will be easy to find. Click on your Windows Explorer, and if you go to where your downloads are, it's most likely in there. You could just double click on this executable file. I'm going to run it from Chrome, so let me go back here and open up this file. This will start the installation process. Again, I don't believe you'll be able to see this on the recording, but I am getting a security alert from Windows saying user account control, and then asking me, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? And then it mentions that the app is RStudio. I do want that, so I will click on yes, and this will start the installation process. So as we did before, it's pretty straightforward from here. We'll click next to continue. I'm going to just go with the defaults as we did previously. So where we're installing the files, I'm going to just select next. I'm asked about what start menu. Choose a start menu folder. Again, I will just take whatever they recommended and hit install. And again, we have this process where it's extracting and downloading the files that we need to install this thing. It'll take a couple of minutes to run through all of these. Let me go ahead and pause the video until the installation, or this portion of the installation, is complete. Once that green bar fills up, we will have completed the RStudio setup. All we need to do is click Finish. And now we have completed our 4-step process of downloading, installing R, and then downloading RStudio and installing RStudio. Just as a check to make sure that everything has worked, I'm going to open RStudio to show you what it should look like. So let me go ahead and search here RStudio and go ahead and open that app. And it takes a little bit of time for the program to open. That's pretty typical. But once this loads, I just want you to be able to see what RStudio will look like. And if you make it to this point, you're going to be good. All right, so bunny oneies freak out, but this is what RStudio looks like. If you've reached this page, you've been successful in installing these programs, and in a future video, I'll show you how to use them. Thanks for your time.